Hello and welcome to episode 2 of the Flower Power Book Club. And I'm Jodie. That's Emma. Say hi to everyone.
Hello.
We're doing episode 2, which, seeing as a lot of people didn't watch episode 1, you might have to catch up, but watch episode 1 first and then watch episode 2 would be the preferred way of watching it. But we'll take whatever we can get if you want to watch episode 2 first, hey?
Go for your life.
That's
watch
right.
whatever.
Yeah. So we have a Facebook account that you guys can go and request books, and
it's called the Flower Power Book Club. So just Facebook it.
type away.
Yep.
Give us some feedback.
Like the page. All our info's on there.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yep.
Not our photos, but you can see us on YouTube, so you get to see our ugly faces.
Exactly.
Alright, so seeing as we didn't have any suggestions, which is frowny face, but alright, so you're going to have to put up with some of our books that we've been reading.
Yes.
Again.
That's okay.
We're going to keep going with it.
We've got a bit of a mix, don't we?
That's it.
I
Well,
think so.
Yeah, you do.
Sort of.
Alright, so what we're going to do is we are going to start with you, Emma, I think.
Okay. The book that I am reviewing is The Time Traveller's Wife, and most of you probably have seen the movie, but, you know, like any book that was made into the movie, the book is obviously better. In my opinion, anyway.
Yeah.
So, it follows, it's basically a love story. These two people meet, they're destined to be together in one way or another. He does not control the power to time travel, but he is thrust into it. So, at random moments, he spontaneously goes into the future, into the past, into the future, into the past, and so on and so forth, and each time he tries to track down this woman that he's in love with, whether she be a little girl or when she grows up, and they eventually get married. It is a beautiful tale, but it is a bit sad and definitely romantic. So, highly recommend it to those who love their love stories.
Gotta have one of those now and then.
Absolutely. Good one. Really good one.
And how many flowers?
I give it 3 out of 5. 3. Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
Alright. Brilliant. Okay, my book is Back to My Action, which is fairly like me, I think.
Yeah. It's a Jodie book.
Yeah, it's a Jodie book. So, the first one I am reviewing is Elmore, Leonard. I hope that's said correctly. And The Hunted. And this was basically a very actiony book. Like, it was very full on most of the time, because it's not a very thick book, as you can see. So, and it's quite big writing. So they really have to pack as much action into this thing as humanly possible, because it's such a short sort of book. Well, to me that's short. You guys might think, oh my goodness, that's huge. But to me that's a fairly quick read.
Yeah. So
we have our main character, Al Ronson, who is caught up in a conspiracy with his old work, he was meant to go on the stand to put someone in jail. Turns out they got out of jail, and now they're after him. So that's always good fun. And he, although he seems like a bit of a tough guy, he's actually a bit of a wuss. He doesn't really know much about protecting himself, so that's where he finds his little US Marine that comes into the picture. And he starts fighting and giving him all the strategies and stuff that he needs to survive. Very good book. I liked it, but it's also got a very realistic ending for all you action people out there. There aren't too many books that don't have the realistic ending at the end of it. It's usually
fairy tale ending.
Yeah, usually everything's good and blah blah blah. So really good ending. So, and there is a second book called Rum Punch, which is by the same author, which I will be reading soon, so watch out for that.
Nice. How many flowers would you give it, Jade?
I would give this probably 3, mainly because of the ending, because it is a rather good ending. So there you go.
Excellent. Second book I am reviewing is called Eating Animals. It's by Safran Foer. I hope I said that right. I was watching Ellen one day, and
as you do.
Yes, absolutely. I watch Ellen every day.
As you do.
And he was on there being interviewed, and I was totally inspired to read his book because he came from a different, well, a different perspective about why we eat animals and how it, you know, reacts with our bodies, and, you know, how animals are, you know, raised and then, you know, killed and everything like that. So it doesn't come from a typical, you know, vegetarian or vegan sort of point of view. It's very much, let's look at all the aspects of it. I really enjoyed it. It did bring to light a lot of how we treat our animals, you know, like cows, livestock, and, you know, sheep and all that stuff, and how they're killed, and, you know, the inhumanity and the humanity, organic versus, you know, hormone growths and all that stuff. So it's a very good read. Just beware that, you know, it is very factual, and, you know, just by the title you can tell that, you know, if you're into it, you know, you might be put off, but that's okay. Or you might, you know, want to eat animals more than you do before.
Yeah. So you might want a cheeseburger after reading this, or you might not want a cheeseburger.
Or you might be repulsed by the idea.
So you never know.
So yeah, highly recommend that one. I'm giving it 4 flowers out of 5.
Beautiful. There you go.
Good read.
A diet book there for us while we're going. Yeah. Alright, my next one is again an action book, which, yep, again, is very much me. It's called The English Assassin by Daniel Silva. I'm going with that. It stars Gabriel Allon, which is, he's a spy, but he's also an art restorer. Ooh. I know, a bit of an odd combination there. And he has gone into Germany to restore a very old piece of art. Don't ask me what the piece of art is, because I don't actually know anything about the really old pieces of art. And finds himself being set up for murder. And it also involves the person who was murdered, daughter, Anna, who is an award-winning violinist. So it's very, very quick-paced sort of book, and you do need to kind of have a good memory as to which characters where, because it does jump around a bit, and who's doing what and where they are and all those sorts of things. But it does involve a slight conspiracy theory, which does exist in actual history, is the Nazi paintings, and where they all went. And this book tries to solve that mystery.
Speculation, I like it.
Yeah, it's got a bit of true fact in there, which as always makes it a little bit more fun. So there you go. I would give this one probably a 3.5. And there are other books related to this, the Gabriel Allon series. So if I can find some more, we'll be reviewing some more. So there you go, The English Assassin.
Excellent. The last book that I am reviewing is called Treasure Yourself. It is by Miranda Kerr. I love this book. I have loved it since I picked it up. It is, one half of it is Miranda's sort of autobiography, how she got to where she was going, her philosophies on life, a lot of her stories, where she came from, what she's doing, because, you know, not many people knew that she grew up, you know, in a country town. And
I don't even think I can say the country town name that she was born in.
Something,
yeah.
But yeah, it's a fantastic read, because it's so inspiring and encouraging. Not just the fact that, you know, she's a supermodel and she got there, but more of a philosophical sort of book as well, which I'm more into. And then the last half is inspirational quotes and interpretations of hers from famous spiritual sort of, I don't know, guides. Like Deepak Chopra, if I said his name right, Doreen Virtue, Robert Holden, Louise Hay, just everybody in there. So it's absolutely amazing. It's great for positive affirmations. And yeah, I absolutely loved it. So I'm giving it 5 out of 5.
There you go, another 5 out of 5.
I know.
We're rocking it out here.
Find some good books, I reckon.
And models can be smart too, that's the lesson.
Yeah.
Alright, the last book I am reviewing isn't an action book. I know, dun dun dun. Alright, it's called Dorothy Parker, The Sexes. Now, don't get excited, everyone out there, it is not about sex. Well, not really. It is, Dorothy Parker was actually a feminist writer.
Oh.
So back in early 20th century, there you go. Sorry, Dorothy, I didn't know when you were born, but anyway. It's very focuses on a 1920s sort of relationships, but it's this book is actually a few little short stories about certain relationships or certain aspects of relationships, and it is very true to scale. Even though it's set in the 1920s, a lot of these fights that happen in this book can be easily related to today. So it is very good. I did like it a lot because you do get every different relationship. It goes from boyfriend-girlfriend relationships to a mother and daughter relationship and how that works and all these lovely things. And I definitely think in one of these stories you'll probably see yourself in them. Yep. So there you go. The Sexes by Dorothy Parker. I'm going to give that a 4 out of 5 flowers. Nice. So there you go. Good one.
Excellent.
Alright guys, that's it for us.
That wraps up the second episode.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Yes.
And